You know that feeling when the winter wind really starts to bite? Well, in Taiwan, when that happens, one dish rises up to become the undisputed ruler of the dinner table. So today, we're firing up the stove to understand the legend that is ginger duck soup, starting with its pretty explosive reputation.
I mean, wow, a thermal nuclear bomb? That is quite a statement, right? We're not just talking about soup here. We're talking about a weapon, a delicious aromatic weapon that gets deployed all across the island to fight off that seasonal chill. This stuff promises a warmth that doesn't just touch you, it completely takes over.
So you've got to wonder, right? How on earth does a simple combination of duck, ginger, and a few other key players generate such an intense, soul-warming heat? Well, that's the big question we're unpacking today as we break down this winter masterpiece.
All right, let's get right into it. Why is this dish so deeply connected to that first shiver of winter? Turns out, it's more than just food. It's almost like a physical response to the changing seasons.
A lot of people in Taiwan know this feeling, deep in their bones. The very moment that specific chill hits the air, it's like a switch just flips inside you. Your hands get cold, your body starts craving serious heat, and your mind immediately pictures this bubbling pot of dark, fragrant soup. It's a cultural craving, totally hardwired into the whole winter experience.
Okay, so what's the magic formula here? Where is all of this incredible warmth really coming from? Well, the power isn't from just one single ingredient, oh no. It's from the amazing synergy of what we're calling a core trinity. Let's meet the three main players responsible for all that heat.
Okay, so this table breaks down the soup's heat engine, and it's all based on the principles of traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM. First up, you've got Old Ginger, the spicy boss. TCM considers this stuff extremely warming. Its whole job is to just aggressively push the cold right out of your system. Then you've got sesame oil, the fragrance director. It adds that incredible nutty aroma and actually helps lock in the heat. And finally, rice wine is the vibe creator. It's the catalyst that pulls out and fuses all the different flavors into one rich, complex broth.
But wait a minute, this is a fantastic question. If you're throwing three intensely hot ingredients into one pot, you'd think the result would be, overwhelmingly fiery, but it's not. And the genius of this dish lies in one absolutely crucial principle.
And here it is. This is brilliant. The secret is all about balance. See, according to TCM, duck meat is actually considered cool in nature. It nourishes the body's yin, or its cooling energy. And that provides the perfect counterbalance to the intensely hot, young activating power of the ginger, sesame oil, and rice wine. The result? A perfect harmony. The soup warms you up from the inside out, but without making you feel zao, that really uncomfortable, overly dry and hot feeling. It's nourishing, not aggressive.
And this whole idea of balance isn't some modern foodie invention. Oh no, the recipe's origins are steeped in history, born from a very specific need for a perfectly engineered tonic that started, of all places, in an emperor's palace.
So, the story goes, way back in the Ming Dynasty, a court physician created this soup for an emperor. The challenge was to make something deeply nourishing that wouldn't cause that fiery zao feeling. So the physician masterfully balanced the cool duck with hot ginger. Get this, they even specifically chose female ducks because their meat was considered milder and less heating than the males. Over centuries, this imperial secret made its way to Taiwan, where it completely transformed from a private restorative meal into the beloved social winter feast that it is today.
But look, creating this perfect balance isn't just about what you put in the pot, it's about how you put it in. The way the soup is cooked is a kind of alchemy, really. It's a very specific technique designed to extract and fuse every last drop of flavor.
The whole thing is this precise three-stage stir-fry. It all starts low and slow, gently waking up the ginger and sesame oil to coax out all that spicy aroma. If you go too hot here, the oil burns and the whole dish is ruined. Next, you crank the heat way up to sear the duck, creating this beautiful golden crust that locks in all the juices. And then, the magic moment. A generous pour of rice wine hits that hot pan. It instantly vaporizes and just carries all those incredible aromas upwards, fusing everything together before the long simmer even begins.
But as we've been hinting at, ginger duck soup is so much more than just a recipe. It's the centerpiece of a social ritual, a symbol of communal warmth that really defines the Taiwanese winter.
And to really get its vibe, you kind of have to compare it to its main rival in the winter food scene, mutton hot pot. Think of them as having two totally different personalities.
Ginger duck is like an internal heater. It gives you this slow, sustained warmth that just builds from the inside out. Mutton hot pot? That's more of a direct heater, a fast, powerful warmth that hits you right away. And their aromas are worlds apart. Ginger duck is sharp and spicy, while mutton hot pot is all about that rich, savory depth from fermented bean paste.
And you absolutely cannot have the full ginger duck experience without its two essential partners. First, the official dipping sauce, fermented tofu. Its unique, salty, funky flavor is the perfect counterpoint to the rich duck meat. It cuts right through the oiliness and adds a whole new layer of complexity. And of course, its best friend, a simple bowl of sesame oil noodles. It is the perfect sidekick for soaking up every last drop of that delicious broth.
And ultimately, this is what it all comes down to. This quote just says it all. It's not just about warming up your body, it's about the warmth you feel when you gather with friends and family around that bubbling pot. It's a shared experience, an emotional heater that brings people together to fight off the cold.
So, after diving deep into the history, the science, and the whole culture behind this incredible dish, I have to ask, can you feel that slow building warmth yet? From an emperor's perfectly balanced meal to a nation's favorite winter ritual, ginger duck soup proves that the best way to fight the cold is with a perfectly crafted pot of heat, history, and a whole lot of heart.